Hi, I'm Maureen Walsh, and I am the state representative for the 16th Legislative District, and we are standing right smack in the middle of downtown Walla Walla right now. I always joke and tell people that I do the two things in life that you should never see being made: sausage and laws. I'm a small business owner, and I have onionworld.com, which is here on 1st and Main. We're standing right in front of it. And I make Walla Walla sweet onion sausage. So that's my real job in addition to my legislative work. I think that with some of the rules and regulations that we've put on employers, that a lot of kids, typically 15, 16, 17 years old, who are trying to get that entry-level job are unable to do so, especially in a tough economy. So I try to hire young people. Doesn't take a brain surgeon to cook a sausage. And in my business, I like to be able to train kids to be successful in employment and know what it means to have a job, hold down a job, and I just think that's really important. I had been serving in the legislature as a legislative assistant to the former member from this district, Dave Maston, and I guess I got bitten by the proverbial political bug and decided that this was a line of work that I was fascinated in and wanted to continue to work for this district and for the people of this district. And so the next logical step after 12 years serving as a legislative assistant was to run for the position, and I'm mighty glad I did. I love what I do, and I love the people that I serve. To me, I think my legacy that I would prefer to leave is one of trying to do what I can to help families succeed. I've often felt the best thing we can do for families is make sure the parents have jobs to be able to support their families. I think that there are needs out there, and I think that there are families that are in a position now that they have never had to rely on government services before and maybe suddenly find themselves in that position. I want to make sure that the services that we're administering through our government, especially in the social service arena, are efficient, effective. The money's getting to the people who truly need it and truly deserve it. And I want to make sure that we don't continue to have abuse in a system that's trying to assist and help people succeed and families succeed. I think that our community college is extremely cognizant of trying to gear our job creation, if you will, by offering venues here at the community college that will work directly into industry that is of great importance for this area. This particular part of our community college is very near and dear to my heart. My former seatmate, Bill Grant, who passed away a couple of years ago, had the Environmental and Water Center here at the community college named on behalf of him. Very proud to have been at the dedication ceremony for that. It's one of the buildings on our community college campus that just does its best to try to address what some of the local issues are and what we're dealing with as far as watershed issues in this area and other water issues. Water's of utmost importance, and Bill was very instrumental in moving water policy in this state and trying to fix some of the issues that we've had. We're standing in front of another part of our Walla Walla Community College that has become a very integral part of this community, as our wine industry has been growing and growing exponentially in this area because we make such great red wines here, and frankly we're putting out some great white wines too. But this is the Enology and Viticultural Center at our community college, another way of addressing what the current needs for this community are. This college does a great job. In addition to the Enology and Viticultural Center, where they actually produce wine here under the College Cellars label, we also have 5 incubator buildings that were built, and they're for new vintners who want to start up their own wineries. They get 6 years to start in one of the incubator buildings, which consolidates the equipment and the labor and things that they need to get a bottle of wine out and labeled. And so they get 6 years to be there for a startup, and then they can move on and start up their own winery somewhere else in town, we hope. And that's been a very successful venture as well. I think when you have a diverse economy, it helps people try to find jobs that they're interested in working in. So I think the diversification of any economy is always healthy. As far as the agricultural economy specifically for this area, I look at our wine industry now as a tremendously successful diversification of our ag industry, where wheat used to be the prevailing crop, and frankly still is. We now have another way of using less water on a crop and being able to produce a product that is world-renowned, and that has been a tremendous shot in the arm for our agricultural economy, and where that diversity has really been a benefit. Let's get Washington working again.